Welcome to Cool English, the place where we help you speak real, confident English every day. Today's episode is all about English conversation in a meeting. If you've ever felt nervous speaking up during a team meeting, or weren't sure how to sound polite but clear, this episode is for you. We'll walk through a typical office meeting, using useful phrases and natural expressions you can start using right away. Let's get started. A weekly team meeting at an international company.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining today's meeting. Let's try to keep it brief. We've got a lot to cover. But I know your time is valuable.
Sounds good.
Yep, ready when you are.
First on the agenda is the marketing update. Emily, would you like to start?
Sure. So, last week we launched the new campaign for the fall collection. Engagement is already up by 25%. And we've seen a small increase in traffic to the website.
That's great. Do we know where most of the traffic is coming from?
Mostly from Instagram and email promotions. We're tracking it closely.
Excellent. Let's move on to product development. David, how's the new app feature coming along?
We're about 70% done. We hit a small bug with the login system, but we're fixing it. We should be on track for testing by next Friday.
Thanks for the update. Let us know if you need any support.
Have a quick question. Do we want to run a user survey after testing?
Good point. Let's schedule that in. Emily, can you coordinate that with the UX team?
Absolutely. I'll reach out to them this afternoon.
All right. Before we wrap up, any other concerns or questions?
Nothing from me.
All good on my end.
Great. Thanks again, everyone. I'll send the meeting notes by email. Let's catch up again next Monday, same time.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Sarah.
See you all next week.
Let's go over a few key expressions we heard in that meeting. Let's try to keep it brief. A polite way to say, "Let's not waste time." First on the agenda. This introduces the first topic of discussion. We hit a small bug. In tech talk, this means there was a minor problem. Let us know if you need any support. A great phrase to show teamwork. Before we wrap up, a natural way to transition toward the end of a meeting. These phrases are polite, professional, and commonly used by native speakers in meetings. If you work in an office or plan to work in an international company, practicing these lines will really boost your confidence. Thanks for listening, and keep speaking cool, clear English every day. Next, we'll listen in on a meeting about mistakes where the team needs to talk and a bit of conflict between colleagues. You'll hear how native speakers stay polite but clear and keep the focus on solutions, not blame. Scene internal review meeting.
Thanks for joining, everyone. I called this meeting because we need to review what went wrong with last week's product launch.
Yeah, I think we all know it didn't go as planned.
Definitely. The website kept crashing on launch day.
Let's start with that.
What caused the downtime?
There was a last-minute change to the server settings, but I wasn't informed until after it happened.
Wait, I thought the change was approved in advance.
Actually, I pushed for it because the traffic estimates were higher than expected. I should have communicated that to you, Anna. That's on me.
All right, so it was a communication gap. Let's note that for next time. No last-minute changes without informing the whole team.
Agreed. That would have avoided a lot of stress.
And design could have prepared a lighter version of the site to handle extra traffic.
Good point. Steve, maybe you and Anna can work together on a backup plan for the next launch.
Sure, happy to.
Works for me.
Now, about the marketing emails, Brian. There were some complaints about incorrect product links.
Yes, that was a copy-paste error. I'll put in a double-check process before we send anything out.
Great. Let's make these changes and keep each other updated. Mistakes happen, but the key is to learn from them.
Absolutely.
Couldn't agree more.
We'll get it right next time.
All right, thanks, everyone. I'll send the action points after this meeting. Let's meet again in 2 weeks for a progress check.
Here are some useful phrases from this meeting. I called this meeting because clear way to state the purpose of the meeting. That's on me. Informal but professional way to admit a mistake. It was a communication gap. A neutral way to describe a misunderstanding. Let's note that for next time. Polite way to say, let's remember this lesson. Mistakes happen, but the key is to learn from them. Encouraging way to keep the team motivated. When dealing with conflict or mistakes, avoid blaming language like it's your fault. Instead, focus on facts, solutions, and teamwork. Now you have meeting English for regular updates, customer problems, and team conflict. Practice these scenarios, and you'll be ready for almost any workplace discussion. Next scene, customer service team weekly meeting. We're joining a team meeting where the staff are discussing problems they've faced with customers and finding solutions. This will give you practical phrases you can use if you work in customer service, sales, or any business where you deal with clients.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for making the time to be here. I know we've all been busy dealing with customer inquiries this week.
Yeah, it's been non-stop.
Same here. A lot of calls and emails.
All right, let's jump in. First, I want to address some of the complaints we received about delayed shipping. Mark, can you give us an update?
Sure, we had several customers call in frustrated because their orders were late by 3 to 4 days. The main issue was a backlog at our warehouse.
I had 2 clients mention this as well. They were understanding, but they wanted more regular updates.
That's good feedback. Lisa, do you think we can improve our email notifications?
Absolutely. Right now, customers only get one email when the order ships. We could send them progress updates if there's a delay.
That would help manage expectations.
Another point some customers complained about: the tone in email responses. They felt the replies sounded a bit robotic.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. We might want to make our replies more personal.
Maybe address the customer by name and acknowledge the problem before giving the solution.
I agree. A quick, we understand how frustrating this must be for you can go a long way.
Great suggestions. Let's create a short training guide for more empathetic responses.
I can work on a draft this afternoon.
Thanks, Mark. Before we wrap up, is there anything else we should be aware of?
Just one thing. We might want to extend our return policy for customers affected by these delays.
That's a good idea. Let's bring it up with management. All right, to summarize, we'll improve email updates, make our tone more personal, and look into extending the return policy. I'll follow up with each of you later today.
Sounds like a plan.
Thanks, Olivia.
See you all next week.
Let's highlight some useful business English phrases from this meeting. Thanks for making the time to be here. A polite way to thank people for attending. Let's jump in. A casual but professional way to start discussing the agenda. Address some of the complaints, means to talk about and try to fix them. Manage expectations. Make sure customers know what to expect, so they don't get disappointed. Go a long way, means to be very helpful in making a big difference. To wrap up, to finish a meeting or conversation. When talking about problems in meetings, it's important to stay calm, focus on solutions, and use professional language. That's all for today's episode of Cool English. If you found this useful, Try practicing this meeting script with a friend or even by yourself. You can change the roles and adjust it to your own work life. If you work with customers, issues will come up, but how you talk about them makes all the difference. Practice these phrases so that next time you're in a meeting, you can handle problems like a pro.